Hey brother, I know that the biggest stress in your life is women, or more specifically, the fact that you don't have any women. And I know that deep down you truly believe that if you could just lock down a sexy girl, everything else would fall into place. You'd feel more confident, other guys would respect you more, you'd finally feel like a real man. And that's why I need you to hear me right now. Because this mindset you have, it's about to take you down a very dark path. I've been there before. And you're about to spend years second guessing yourself, feeling lonely, feeling powerless, and attaching all of your self-worth to females who don't even care about you, bro. And that's why I'm making this video. I want to tell you 5 things that I wish I could go back in time and tell my 21-year-old self about women. I want to save you years of pain. And I promise you, if you take these things to heart and you actually make some changes, first of all, it's going to be way easier and faster for you to get the hot girls without stressing it. And second, you might actually be able to start enjoying your life again. Do you remember when you were a little kid and you just had this carefree energy and every day felt like an adventure and there was no stress and mental pain you had to deal with? Yeah, you might be able to get that back too.
All right, y'all, for breakfast, I made avocado toast with tomato, a fried egg, bacon, onion, And I love when he says, I don't care what you make as long as it looks good.
Well, I hope that it tastes good too.
Obviously, my stuff tastes good.
All right. 9.5 out of 10. Pass the test.
To be honest, I feel like he's about to say 10 out of 10, but he just can't give it to me. But I'll take it. All
right, number 1, you're afraid of losing the girl that you don't even have yet. You don't realize this yet, but the reason you get nervous around hot girls and you hesitate, you think it's because you're not sure exactly what to say or because you might get rejected. But the real reason, the real thing you're afraid of is that the conversation is gonna go great. And that she's gonna give you her phone number and you guys are gonna meet up and the date's gonna go great. And you guys are gonna keep hanging out and she's gonna become your girlfriend. And then in 6 months, she's gonna realize the truth, that you're just a fucking loser and you've been pretending to be confident, and then she's gonna leave your ass. And that future possibility is so fucking scary that you haven't even processed it yet. You see, what you've secretly been hoping for is that it's just gonna take one girl, that you'll just lock down a girlfriend and this problem will be solved. You won't have to deal with the dating market and putting yourself out there and dealing with all this stressful shit. And that's what's fucking you, because this causes us to put so much pressure on every single girl that we even think about approaching. Because if she could be the one that finally solves my life and solves this problem for good, holy shit, there's a lot riding on this. I got a lot on the line here, man. I can't afford to mess this up. Here's the harsh truth. You're going to meet and date a lot of different women before you find the one that you settle down with. And the sooner you accept that and stop hoping for this fairy tale storyline that happens with the next girl you meet, the sooner that you're gonna start treating this like a logical fucking thing and remove all of the crazy emotions that have been holding you back and destroying your life. Number 2, texting females is going to ruin your life. You see, eventually you're gonna work up the balls to actually start going for those opportunities and talking to girls and asking them if they want to hang out. And then you're going to start to get their phone numbers when they say yes. And each time you get a phone number, it's going to be this massive dopamine hit that feels like you just won something, like you won some prize. And now you're going to get home. And what's going to happen is your life is going to start to revolve around this phone and that little bing. Terrible impression, but that little texting notification that you get. And the really sad, messed up thing is, this caused me to push my actual friends and my loved ones to the side, because even if I was physically hanging out with them, my mind was on my phone. And I wasn't even converting these numbers into dates. I'd be meeting girls who were actually interested in me, and then because I was overthinking and over-strategizing every text message, I ended up sending some simpy shit or making some mistake and just burning through these numbers, burning through these opportunities. So let me save you straight up years of your life with one simple sentence. Are you ready? No man has ever lost a girl because he texted her less. So next time you're sitting there thinking to text a girl that you like, because if I don't send her the text, she's gonna lose interest or forget about me. I need to send her a clever response to this message. No man has ever lost a woman because he texted her less. In fact, I promise you that if you don't reply to some of her messages, it's actually gonna make her want you even more, even if everything inside of you tells you that you should send the message. So every time you get a girl's number, just remember, it's as simple as this. Hey, do you wanna hang out sometime next week? Cool. What's your week look like? Awesome. Let's do Wednesday at 8 p.m. I know the perfect spot. Boom. And the best part is this is a zero stress strategy. Either she plays your game and you guys go on a date or not. But I promise you, bro, if you play her game and you try and entertain her over text, it's never going to work out. Now, look, something else that I would definitely tell my younger self is that, look, bro, if you're going to be out here making moves on women, trying to improve yourself and optimize your looks, well, you better damn sure have your grooming game on point. And that's why I decided to partner with Manscaped to be the sponsor of today's video. This right here is their Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Body Hair Trimmer, and I use this once per week to trim the hair on my chest, abs, and down around my balls because, well, if you're putting in work in the gym, but then you got a bunch of hair on your chest and abs, it covers that muscle definition. It makes you look less jacked. And when it comes to trimming the balls, well, let's just say if you trim the hedges, the tree looks bigger. And this is the best tool for the job because of the built-in skin-safe technology that never leaves any nicks or ingrown hairs, just smooth. Plus the 5.0 update has super long battery life, it's waterproof, and it even has this nifty LED light, so when you're trimming, you don't miss any hairs. And look, bro, if you grow nose hairs, which I do, or ear hairs, that shit's disgusting. So you wanna make sure that you're trimming that. That's why they got the Weed Whacker 2.0, super easy to use. Just throw it in there, throw it in the airs, same skin safe technology, works super well. Because you're watching my video, Manscaped was hooking us up with a coupon code that will get you 15% off plus free shipping worldwide. I'd recommend you grab the Performance Package 5.0 that comes with the body hair trimmer, the nose hair trimmer, and a bunch of extras like the Manscaped boxer briefs. These are my everyday go-tos, just insanely comfortable, and the bundle stacks with the coupon to get you an even crazier discount. Just click that first link in description to take your grooming game to the next level. Now let's get back to the video. Number 3, you're trying way too hard, bro. So something that used to really piss me off about women and about dating is that as men, we have to take all the risk. We gotta do all the work. We gotta go ask her out, then we gotta set up the date, then we gotta set up the next date, and the girl just gets to sit back and enjoy the ride, and if we mess up, she can be like, haha, you're rejected. It sucks, right? And that's why when you turn on the hub, every porn scene is like, the woman throwing herself at the man. That's a man's fantasy. But obviously that's not how it works. Now, eventually I realized there's this interesting dichotomy where in order to be successful with women, you have to try, but at the same time, you have to not try. And I know that sounds confusing, so let me demonstrate this for you. I want you to imagine this bottle of pre-workout is an attractive female who you've not asked out yet. See, most guys make the mistake of thinking they need to have this perfect strategy to circle around her and make sure that she knows who I am, and then I have to charm her, and then only at that point can I ask her if she wants to hang out. It's fucking stupid, man. You're trying way too hard, and what's gonna happen is she's gonna be like, who's this fucking guy who's talking to me all the time but who hasn't asked me out yet? I know he's into me, he's just a simp. She's lost interest. No, what you have to do is not try. There's no strategy. You just ask her, hey, you seem like a cute girl. Do you want to hang out sometime? None of the strategy. No trying. Eventually, I learned that either a woman is going to be into me or she's not going to be into me. There's no third case where if I just circle around the situation just right, that she's going to be into me. It's just an excuse to be weak and to delay asking her out. And if anything, the best strategy is to be direct because that signals a man who is just going for the things he wants in life. Sounds cliche, but that's what women respond to. The point is, stop thinking so much about it and trying so hard and just fucking ask her if she wants to hang out, bro.
Dude.
What's going on, bro? You got here real early, man.
I got here 2 minutes ahead of schedule because I'm a great driver, both safe and efficient.
Well, I'm gonna need you to drop some knowledge in this video after we work out.
About what, man? picking up hot babes, money.
That's all there is.
Getting big legs.
It's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And Max brought me a new pre-workout treat, new Sour Strips flavor.
Melonade. Hey, have you ever heard the...
Is that watermelon and
pink lemonade?
Gatorade? Pink lemonade.
Have you ever heard the name Melonade? I feel like that came up at the top of my dome, but I don't know.
That is a 9.68 out of 10.
I think it's gonna be a summer bop of a flavor, dude. June 20th.
All right, let's get these gains, bro.
Yup. Gains, bro.
Workout complete. Nothing like making gains with the bro. I want you to hit him with number 4, Max. What is something you wish you could go back in time and tell your younger self about the females?
To not get so fixated on one specific girl and think that if it doesn't work out, like your whole world is completely over. There's this disease that affects men worldwide, and it's called one-itis. You find a girl, she gives you attention, maybe a little bit more than any other girl has, and all of a sudden you're like, "Ooh!" And you fixate on her and you fall in love with her. She strings you along, she uses you and abuses you.
Seems like this might have happened to you.
It did. Man. And the worst part about it, I wasn't even dating the girl, but I was like head over heels to this girl, and she was like making me feel like I was the only one in her life, and I was definitely not the only one in her life. And I remember when it inevitably didn't work out, I thought my whole life was over, man.
Did she, if you weren't dating her, did she like tell you that it's over or what?
Man, it was the most toxic part of my whole life, bro.
Yeah, but how did it end?
In pain and misery, man.
But was she like, don't even talk to me anymore?
No, it wasn't like that. It would be like we out at a club and I found out she's like talking to these other dudes, and she's like, no, I'm done talking to my ex, but I just gotta go stay at his house to like make him think this thing, but like I'm coming over to yours afterwards. Like I was a fool, bro.
So
I had one-itis, bad.
Eventually you realized.
And I was like, I need to turn this off. It was a terrible point in my life, but I remember when it ended, I was like, my whole world's over. That was it. I'm never gonna find another girl like this girl, as toxic as it was, and I put her on this pedestal and I thought my life was over, but it turns out that was like the best thing ever because I became stronger from that moment, from that adversity. Words are hard, bro. But I took this moment of pain and sadness and weakness, and from that moment on, I focused on myself, my career, my social media kind of journey, focused on my money, focused on my life, disregarded women for a bit, built myself up, met the love of my life. It's like a fairy tale, bro.
So y'all might remember we used to be known as the Backflip Bros on YouTube before my surgery.
Yeah.
And you might remember, if you got a really good memory, we hit some sick gainer flips at one point. Now we both lost the ability to do that, but apparently Max says he's got it back, so let's see that shit.
Yeah, notice I'm dry. This is the first attempt. I call this the gainer shake, bro.
He's dry.
Get a little shake. I'm just gonna throw it.
Okay. All right.
It's all about confidence, baby.
And I am gonna show y'all the sickest slow motion dive here because I got the bad lumbar back, so I gotta be real easy. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Bro, that was insane. Y'all gotta thumbs it up just for that. That was crazy, bro.
About 10 out of 10.
The Olympics are gonna call.
Number 5, if you want a queen, you gotta act like a king. I think back in the day, I was always playing for like next Friday night. I was like, man, if I could just apply the right dating tactics, I'll go out, there'll be the hottest girl at the bar there, or I'll be at the gym, there'll be a smoking hot girl, and I'll say the right words in the right sequence, and I'll be able to bring her home, and then I'll have the fucking hot girl, man. And I was just hoping I could make it work short term. And back then, there was actually times when I did pull some pretty hot girls.
Really?
Yeah, there was.
That's crazy.
Even when I was a less developed man, but it would always be the same story where after 2 or 3 dates, it would start to feel like I was trying to keep up this facade, and I was always making sure that I was sending the right messages and acting the right way on the dates, and it never held up. And I think that as I've gone along my journey of self-improvement, and I'm curious if this has been the same for you, I've noticed that as you increase your level, and I think what women are drawn to even more than money or a sick physique is just What's that?
Big wiener, dude.
No, is certainty. I think when women meet a guy who has a lot of certainty and who makes them feel secure, you know, you have a clear direction in your life you're headed towards. When you're hanging out with them, you're always very decisive. And that comes more naturally as you start to make more and more decisions in your own life and develop your own life. And I noticed that as that happens, then naturally, I just felt more comfortable around really attractive women, because for the first time, I felt like I'm the type of guy that these women are genuinely into, and I don't need to do these dating tricks anymore.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think girls find it significantly more attractive when a guy has like a clear mission that he's on, and he actually follows through with what he says, and they can see that, like, oh, like he means business. He says he's gonna do all these things. He's actually doing it. He's progressing in it, and you know, he wants to make sure that I'm like helping along in that journey for him, and you know, both like working as a team.
Well, it's the other thing. It makes women actually want to be a bit submissive to you and to be part of that journey, and without having to do the tactics. Like, it just, there's no need for the tactics when you're acting like a king.
Or in my case, a jester. Bro, can I just say, in this clip, we look pretty jacked, man.
We look jacked in it. Well, maybe not this jacked.
I feel like we look extra jacked.
I think the gains came back overnight.
That's right. Where'd they come from, baby?
Now, of course, the journey of self-improvement it's a long one, and especially if you want to start your own business, for example, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Both of us have failed countless times, and that's really the reason I created Beast Nation, to give you guys a roadmap to avoid a lot of the mistakes that we've had to make. And more importantly than that, it gives you a tribe of men that you can plug into instantly, because once you're around other guys who have the same types of goals and energy as you, it's just that much easier to stay consistent. And I also bring it up because Max is going to be hosting a coaching call inside of Beast Nation.
Get excited.
I'm not sure if it's next week or the week after that, but if you're in Beast Nation, stay tuned in the Discord and in the Beast Nation HQ. That will be announced in this next week.
See you soon, dude.
If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for watching. Don't stop watching now. I recommend you watch that video next. Actually, YouTube, the algorithm recommended that one specifically for you. Are they right? Is that a good one? Click there to watch that now. If you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe, as I drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss it. I'll talk to you in the next video. Stay beastly.